Welcome to Bastard Quest. I'm your game bastard, Kyle.
I'm Todd.
Corey.
I'm Austin.
Today we are continuing our playthrough of Cities Without Number, a game that was just kickstarted by Kevin Crawford and Sonamine Publishing, which is also basically just Kevin Crawford, I think. It is a cyberpunk game using the same rule set as previous Kevin Crawford games, Stars Without Number, Worlds Without Number. If you're into those, you'd probably think this was really cool. It will be coming out next year. This is a draft version of it. If things change between this playthrough and the actual version of the game that comes out, it could be because something changed, or I just read the rules wrong because I was drinking at the time.
Yeah.
Or it could be because of how our game plays out.
It could be. We make mistakes.
I like how Kevin has an actual company name. That happens.
Yeah.
That happens a lot in music too. There's Owl City is not a band. It's just a dude with a Casio in his basement.
Gotcha.
I'm against that.
Me too.
Moby.
Yes.
It's another guy.
Another guy.
AWOL Nation.
Yeah, I mean, 9 Inch Nails.
The Weeknd. Harry Chapin.
Yeah.
Get that out of here.
Seal.
Can't believe that Harry Chapin was just a guy. I mean, it sounds so symphonic.
Terry Blackfoot.
Yeah.
So I thought we were just making up names.
Well, what about the opposite of that? Like a band called Molly Hatchet. You expect that to be just a person.
Yeah, but it's 27 people.
Yeah.
It's
they
never
all-
the same group.
And they all
performing.
dress like Vikings, like in their album covers. That's like that famous Molly Hatchet album cover. You know, the dude with the battle axe
Sure.
and everything. I mean, it's gorgeous. It was drawn by one of the Hildebrand brothers or something.
Yeah.
And you see the band, and it's just a bunch of hippies.
Right.
So we all made characters in a session 0 for Cities Without Number. If you want to hear character creation, join our Patreon, and you can hear it. It was a lot of fun. The characters that they made, though, Todd, which one is yours?
My character is Johnny Demonic. He's a criminal. He's a thief. He's a hacker. He likes to steal things.
Sure. Well, it's cyberpunk.
He stole our heart.
And
Charming character.
Yes.
sold it to organ smugglers.
Yeah.
Corey, who are you playing?
I'm playing Theman W. Nonami. Mm-hmm. He's Outlander.
Yeah.
So pissed off already.
I didn't do nothing to you.
Oh, you did. Yeah, he's the guy with the car. He has a car.
He does. Yeah. Has not come into play yet, but I'm sure there'll be a drag race in this one.
I think it has come into play. We had to drive to this drug buy.
Oh, I'll never forget that scene. It was like Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. It's like 20 minutes of the podcast.
I was just talking in the car.
It's just
driving.
on Hitch's feet hanging out the car window.
Yeah, listening to the hits of the 60s.
So, Austin, who are you playing?
I am Hitch, who's a streetwalker.
Yeah,
Sneaky little guy.
Will Smith.
And the three of you were contracted by a criminal organization, the Zlokin Syndicate, to recover some of their pharmaceuticals that were stolen from a warehouse. You've tracked down who you think the thieves are and have set up a drug deal.
Yeah, the pharmaceutical in question is called Pillow.
Yep.
And the gang that's selling him to us is known as the Stamper Gang.
Yeah.
They agreed to sell us 2 kilos. We're looking for at least 10. So the plan, tentatively, is to make this drug buy and then find a way to pursue them back to where they're keeping the rest of it.
That is what you all hope to happen. So the deal is going down in the Upro Foundry, which is this derelict steel mill in the center of Boz K. The block is shaped like a U. There's this dead-end street that goes straight into the middle to the old office complex at the center of the foundry. This is cyberpunk, so it's, of course, multiple story, 10 stories of rusted steel, clinking chains, darkness, dripping water, graffiti just in odd places, rats scurrying, and you guys are in a dilapidated, water-damaged office space.
It sounds like every heavy metal video from the 80s.
Yes.
Or Meatloaf. Another guy.
Yes.
You're in an old conference room. The table is still relatively intact, but most of the chairs are either missing or dismantled. The Stamper, I guess, sales guy, so to speak, is on the other side of the table. There's 2 Stamper goons behind him, in their cyberpunk outfits, which in this case is jean jackets and mohawks. Their hair's painted. They're all wearing eyeshadow. They have guns, of course. I mean, This is cyberpunk. Everybody's got guns or knives or sword arms or whatever. And he just opened a case in which there are sitting 2 kilos of some narcotic. And you three are arrayed on the other side of the table, and Ramirez says, "Here we go."
Should one of us sample the product before we purchase, fellows? Whomst among us would be more likely to recognize Pillow?
Probably you.
Yeah, that's what
You're a criminal.
my best friend is Matthew, so yeah. Probably.
Yeah, you're gonna get some secondhand meth.
Yeah.
I might recognize it, but my tolerance is really low. I've been roofied so many times.
Sure.
Johnny's going to step forward and ask if he can sample.
Ramirez shrugs. He has this big pink mohawk, and it kind of wiggles when he does that. Sure.
So Johnny steps forward. He makes a little tear in one of the kilos, sticks his pinky in, rubs a little bit on his gums. Whoa, dudes, this is, I mean, bloody hell, this is good drugs.
It's very billowy.
So what skill would you be using to identify a narcotic just by?
Yeah, I will use my know skill. That is K-N-O-W, not N-O. I know things.
Okay, so now, one of the key conceits of Cities Without Number is if your character is doing something that they should be competent at, you don't have to roll, unless it's under duress or something. So if Johnny was trying to figure out what kind of drug this is while sitting on the back of a moving car and being shot at, he'd have to roll. In this case, you know this is Pillow instantly. You've done all the drugs. But this is to discover something else about it. So you can roll a simple no, which is you want to roll 2d6, add your intelligence and your no.
My no is 0.
Okay.
My intelligence is +1.
So you roll 2d6, add +1. You want to roll 6 or higher.
That's 6.
Oh, you just got it. Okay.
Yeah.
So you did a very, very small amount. Pillow is a sedative, and Johnny experiences the immediate calming effect of Pillow. He could lay down, take a nap, and then he blacks out. Neither Hitch or Theman notice anything, but Johnny does that, walks back to you guys, says something like, "What's up?" You guys respond. Ramirez,
Not much. What is up with you? Good to meet.
Ramirez asks a question, and you guys start haggling price, and that's when Johnny becomes aware again and realizes he had moved, and there's a conversation going on, and he has no memory of any of that, which this is not a normal effect of Pillow. And so Ramirez is asking for 100,000 per kilo.
All right, so what do you think we should do? I think we should just go ahead and go through with the buy, but there's something really weird about all of this.
Yeah, you're right. I don't know if this changes anything.
While you guys are talking, Ramirez gets a call on his phone. He steps away from the table, turns around, and you can hear him, "Oh, okay." And when you guys are going back to buy it, right?
Yeah, we're going back to buy it.
When you come back, he says, "Hold on, we have another buyer coming. So there's going to be a bidding war." And he does this little dance. And then his goons just look away, slightly embarrassed. And
I'll get in on this, and Hitch kind of sidles up and starts dancing with him.
Starts twerking.
yeah, he starts clapping his hands. Yeah, come on. Yeah. Wait, are you trying to hit on me? I'm not a client of yours. You guys are up on, one of the upper floors of this dilapidated office building. You hear someone coming up the stairwell, which is pretty close. It's these heavy thump, thump, thump. And you kind of looking out the doorway to the office of this conference room, you can see across the hall through the stairwell comes this pretty big dude in this raincoat. He's got a hood up and this VR headset over his eyes. Face is all grizzled and weathered. He comes in, and Ramirez looks a little taken aback at this. And he says, "So, well, okay, you're the other buyer. We've given a price of 100K per. Are you going to beat it?" This big dude's just, "Brother Googa!" And he whips off the cloak. He's covered in spikes and knives. He's got this VR headset on. You can just see light flashing behind it. and this drug harness and pieces of body armor. But beneath all that,
What's a drug harness?
Yeah.
it's feeding drugs into his system.
Oh, okay. So like Bane.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
He must be a fisherman.
Yeah, he's from Fisherman's Wharf.
Well, he's dressed like the killer, and I know what you did last summer. So you know,
But beneath that, all that gear, it looks like just some scrawny homeless dude. But you see his veins pop and his muscles just get real tight. And he's like, ah! And then roll initiative, motherfuckers! So the way initiative works, you roll one for each side. So you guys would roll your own initiative, and you add your group's highest dexterity bonus to it, and it's 1d8.
Okay.
okay.
Okay. I have a +1 dex.
I do not.
Yeah, have at it.
So does that mean I have to roll, or can we all just take the highest D8?
No, it doesn't necessarily mean you have to roll. It just means
good.
Okay,
the
somebody else
highest.
fucking roll.
Yeah.
Yeah, somebody else roll.
Oh, that's not good. I rolled a 1.
Oh, I rolled a 2.
All right. Well, let's see if I can do better than that.
Well, no, you only get to roll one time.
I know,
you
we're just
bastards.
going to take the highest D8 roll.
No, that's
Yeah.
not how it works.
Oh, okay. Well, I rolled a 2 first.
You
so
guys
fuck off.
roll 1d8 for your entire side.
We can play our own fucking game.
You can, but I'll just ignore it.
Yeah.
Okay, well, then our initiative is 3.
Okay. Well, he rolled a 1.
Oh, well, okay.
Fantastic.
So you
Yeah.
guys get to go first.
Yeah, fuck with us about your rules now, Kyle.
Okay. He rolled a 6.
Oh, yeah? We rolled a 9.
No, he didn't.
Yeah, okay.
No, he rolled a 1. So you guys go first. This dude is like knives shoot out of the arm braces on his armor. He's screeching. Obviously, he's going to attack.
Yeah.
And he's going, Googa! Googa!
Guga.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
So Hitch has been around enough aggressive and frustrated men to know
At Fisherman's Wharf.
Yes.
to know when a situation's about to go bad.
Oh, were there
So
some red flags you picked up on?
Yeah. So he's remarkably fast on the draw.
Like, this guy's just
And
a
he
walking.
pulls his light pistol and tries
All
to
right.
shoot at the dude's head.
Okay. Now, are you making a called shot, or is that just flavor?
Explain called shot again?
Well, like if you wanted to shoot him literally in the head.
I do.
Well, I know you want to kill him, but like if you're specifically aiming for the face.
Oh, okay. No, I'm just going to try to shoot him. Send him
Yeah,
ass.
gotcha.
All right. I have a shoot skill of 0, but I have a ranged attack bonus of +2.
Okay, so 2d6.
All right. That's a 12.
So Hitch's shots go wild. What are the other two of you doing? Remember, you guys all go at the same time.
Oh, that wasn't enough?
No.
Oh, shit.
Jesus.
Johnny is going to draw his light pistol and give it a go.
Okay.
I rolled a 5.
So again, as with Hitch, Johnny just panicked and just firing wildly, bullets blasting through the thin sheetrock of this office. Corey, what's Naname doing?
Theman shouts, "On guard, porcupine man." Guns are not working out so far.
No, to clarify, Kyle, is this his AC that's causing us to miss?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
And you guys suck.
Okay.
Oh, wait, we fucked up.
Wait,
Oh.
what?
Yeah.
Shocking.
You roll, and see that number, you roll 1d20 to attack, not 2d6. 2d6 for skills.
Oh, well, that would have helped a lot.
Yeah.
Okay, I will attack.
Okay. Corey, show these losers how it's done with their terrible rolls.
Don't
God,
pump me
Austin
up.
Todd, what is wrong with you guys?
Actually rolled really fucking good, too, for rolling 2d6s.
Yeah, well, that's what you get.
Okay,
I was looking at this guy's AC and I was thinking, it's not that high. I don't know.
Yeah.
Oh, wait a minute.
okay. Theman unsheaths his rifle and
He's picturing he has this gun-shaped, rifle-shaped sheath
Like a sword
just
scabbard.
hanging off his hip.
exactly
It's
and he
just,
spins it like a color guardsman and he shoots at him.
now, you are, I believe, at under minimum range for a rifle.
Yeah, my range is 200 to 400. Okay, so I'm rolling a d20, correct?
You are.
Are you sure about this?
75%.
Okay. And I do have the shoot skill, so I wasn't rolling with any penalties, but I got an 11.
Yeah, bullets are bouncing off this guy's armor, ricocheting all around.
Strong carapace stopped bullets.
I think Spike should also have to roll with 2d6s.
Oh, that's an interesting thought. Anyway, the guy screams, "Googa!" and runs and jumps, just clears this long conference table, slides across part of the top and slams his 2 hand spikes into Ramirez's chest.
Oh, good lord.
He and Ramirez go tumbling, and this Guga monster rolls, gets up, and is at the back of the room. The 2 goons are pulling out their guns. Oh, that guy, well, no, still missed. They're just firing wildly, screaming, covered in Ramirez's blood. And back to the top of the round, and you roll initiative each round.
Oh, okay. Somebody else want to roll the D8 this time?
So he got a 4.
I'll roll.
Okay.
So I get Austin's +1?
Yes.
Okay, I got an 8.
Nice.
Nice. So you guys go first.
Okay. Corey, you're the one that rolled it. Do you want to take this one first?
Okay, attack time. Well, got a 7.
Yeah, you're firing like mad. This mismatched armor, like every one of them is deflecting a bullet. There's like that sheetrock dust starting to fill the air.
Johnny's gonna do something a little weird.
Okay.
Like Pilates?
He's going to slam his face into the pillow.
Well, no, I'm going to get a handful of the pillow and try to like smush it into Sharp Boy's face.
Nice.
So you'll cross the room, grab up a kilo of the pillow.
No, just reach in and grab a handful.
I mean, it's still in like the plastic.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Right. It's not like just a pile of it. You'd have to. You just cut off a small corner and get a little sample.
Yeah, I'll pick up the whole kilo.
And then just
Ramirez is dead, so who gives a shit?
True. And you're going to
Probably his family.
All right, my apologies to the Stamper family.
Somewhere in the slums of Boz K, Mama Ramirez. Colby. She just has a sixth sense about it.
Yeah.
This little, slight woman. Then she gets hit by a car. No. Okay, and so
we forgot to engage the parking brake on my car, and it's been for 30 minutes rolling towards her
rolling
house.
downhill. A dark day for the Ramirez family.
Oh God!
Special thanks to Patreon member Colby Ramirez.
Thank you, Colby. Yes.
Okay, so Todd.
Condolences to your dead family.
And their apartment burned down. Anyway, are you going to throw it in his face, or are you going to get up and smush it?
I'm going to try to smush it.
Okay, so make a basic brawling attack.
He raises it aloft and he says, "Time to say nighty night, King Koopa."
Now, I'm going to say, since you're trying to specifically smush it in his face, you have to do a called shot.
Okay.
Otherwise, you just hit him with a bag of drugs.
Right.
Which probably would not have the desired effect.
Kyle, I will say I do have the punch skill, which I'm sort of throwing a punch just with a kilo.
Yeah, you can use your melee combat stuff.
Cool.
That's perfectly fine. We'll just say there's a -2 on it since you're trying to hit a specific area.
Okay.
But his melee defense is lower than his ranged. So you're trying to hit 12 or better.
14.
Yay, drug punch.
With or without the -2.
Oh, shit.
Well, it's still 12.
12.
Yay.
You just hit it. So you run up and smash it into his face. Pillow goes everywhere. It just billows out in this cloud of drugs. The goons around you are coughing. You're coughing. And what are Hitch and Theman doing?
Come on. It's
Hitch is going to slink over.
normal
and-
name. God.
Hitch is going to slink over and grab up the other kilo just to make sure they've got it to
You've got it.
track. Can I take another action or attack or anything?
So you can move and act, and I would say just snatching a kilo off a table in a relatively small room, which it's a conference room, but that's not
just
like a
movement?
full. Yeah, that's fine. That's just a free. Yeah, you can still do something.
Okay, so then we'll say Hitch just basically slides across the table, snatches up the kilo, and takes aim at Spiky again.
Okay.
Who should be incapacitated at this point.
Yeah.
Well, all your moves go off simultaneously, basically.
Right,
So
yeah.
he would be shooting just as
we'll make sure.
just as Johnny was running up to drug special. And what is the Theman?
Theman.
Sorry.
Calais.
God, there's not even an A in there. What are you shooting again, or?
Well, Theman's going to rush over to Ramirez, put 2 coins on his eyes, and say, "Happy travel over Rainbow Bridge." No. Well, Theman's going to take a couple steps back. He doesn't want to get in the drug cloud.
Sure.
Because he's got to take a piss test next week for something.
Well, yeah, he's trying to get a library card.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Do I need to go ahead and roll for my shot?
You can.
Okay.
I would like for you to.
A +2, rolling a d20. 14.
Yeah, 2 shots hit into the chest armor, leave big dents, but the crazy dude just... The drugs are in this dude's system because Todd made us hit, so he's going to make a saving throw. So the way a save works, this guy's going to make a physical save to not be incapacitated by the narcotics. So a physical save is equal to 16 minus the character level and the highest of their strength or constitution modifiers. So he wants to roll high. So that's a 15.
Shit.
So the pillow is starting to take effect. He gets a little sluggish, and the light that's shining on his face from the VR set like flickers a couple times. But then he goes, Googa, and he attacks Todd.
I assume he also has adrenaline flowing through that drug harness or what
Yes.
the fuck ever it is.
There's lots of conflicting narcotics in his system right now. But he's going to have to, because of the amount that Todd just smashed into his face, he's going to have to make a check like every round.
Okay, cool.
And apparently it's taking his aim off because he's just swinging wildly into the air as Johnny scrambles out of the way. And the Stamper goons, they are just running. They run past you guys out the doors. You can hear them beating feet.
Farewell.
And back at the top, roll initiative. He's got a 4.
I rolled a 1.
Oh, so 2.
Nice. Okay. Todd, what's your melee armor class?
10.
Cool. 1 hits. So that's 5 points of damage.
Oh, damn.
Ooh.
Let me roll the trauma die. No trauma inflicted. You take 5 points of damage. One of the knife blades stabs through into your back. Blood splatters out, and the guy goes, Gurga! How many hit points do you have?
I have 3.
Okay.
Oh.
Todd's dead.
Jesus. Is that it?
No. Let's look at the death and dying rules.
Okay.
A creature reduced to 0 hit points by a lethal attack is dead or dying. Ordinary NPCs or unremarkable creatures die on the spot. PCs are mortally wounded. When you're mortally wounded, you're helpless, unable to do anything but scream, writhe, or lie unconscious.
Cool.
Just like
It's
a
oddly specific.
angry toddler at the store.
just throwing a tantrum in the floor as I'm dying.
So at the end of the 6th round after they were down, so you'd have 6 rounds to help Johnny, they die instantly if they take any more damage. And they die at the end of the 6th round. So an ally can attempt to stabilize a mortally wounded companion. Doing so is generally an intelligence, heal, or dexterity heal skill check that takes a main action. The difficulty is 8 plus the number of full rounds since the target was downed. So if you did it this round, it would be 8.
Okay.
If you don't have a medic skill, or if you don't have a medikit, the difficulty for the skill is increased by 2. Only one ally can try to stabilize a target in any given round, though others can attempt to aid your skill check.
In Johnny's mind, as his life leaks out from his body, he is waking up as a young lawyer in a law firm being run by Al Pacino.
What are Hitch and Nanami doing?
Now, before we take our action, did Guga Monster roll for his
Oh, no.
resistance against the drugs?
Let me roll for the drugs coursing through his veins.
Good point, Austin.
He rolled an 8. So he stabs Johnny, blood splurting everywhere, and tumbles over.
Well, shit.
And you can hear him noisily snoring. Meanwhile, Johnny, still mortally wounded.
Sorry, I didn't remember that earlier.
Okay.
Well,
Theman,
it would have happened at the end of his round anyway.
Oh, okay.
okay. Theman rushes over and, with his medikit, sees if he can revive Ramirez.
You know what?
Children he has!
He's a named NPC, and it's been 2 rounds since he went down, so it'd be
No.
difficulty 10.
No, I have I don't have a medikit listed, but I have a trauma patch. Is that something that...
Trauma Patches is the clown that you hire when you want to frighten your children. Look, kids, it's Trauma Patches. Hey, kids.
He just pukes.
You
Blood.
Driving Education Week.
You kids ever heard of John Wayne Gacy?
So, Trauma Patch is the name of a specific drug. It is, as the rules describe, a foolproof cocktail of coagulants, stimulants, and painkillers. It can be applied to a mortally wounded ally to stabilize them on a successful intelligence or dex heal check against difficulty 6.
Okay.
So it's actually easier than it would be if you didn't have it.
Okay, I will do that with Johnny.
Okay, so yeah, just roll a intelligence or dex / heal.
Okay, I have +1 in intelligence, so I'll use that.
And I assume you don't have heal.
I don't, so does that mean -1?
Yes.
So it just evens out.
Yeah.
Am I rolling a d20?
This is a skill, so it'd be 2d6.
Okay. That's a 10.
Nice.
Yeah, you inject him. Do you want to describe what this looks like when you're bringing him back from the brink of death? He's got a big stab wound in his back.
Yeah, it's pretty much like that scene in Pulp Fiction when they bring back Mia from the heroin overdose.
Gotcha.
Directly to the heart.
And more blood shoots out of the wound on his back because you did absolutely nothing.
Hitch faints.
So you guys bring back Johnny. Now blood is everywhere. Ramirez is gurgling his last as well. And Spiky Dude that attacked you is unconscious, or at least zoned out, probably from the sedative effect of the pillow.
Can we just like drop him out a window or something?
Perhaps one of you gents could rip off his VR set.
Yeah, I unplug whatever tubes are pumping drugs into him as well.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, the VR headset is just like this cutesy anime stuff. Oh, die!
He's just playing Animal Crossing.
Yeah, he thinks he's playing like Dance Dance VR radio or something.
Right.
But the stimulants going into him are hardcore military drugs. And underneath the VR headset, it just looks like a homeless guy.
Okay. The drugs is what was making him strong, right?
Yes.
And mixed with whatever wacky VR shit he was watching.
Yeah.
Can we attempt to like kind of slap him awake and question him?
Well, you could, except he was just given a lethal dose of the most powerful sedative in the city
Okay.
by Johnny Demonic. So you would have to counteract that in some way.
Pillow, it makes you sleepy. I get it now.
Yeah.
Boom.
What a great game.
So, I mean, if you could figure out some way to flush that out of his system, then you could get him awake and talk to him before he dies.
Or we could just see if we could catch up and follow the goons that are running back to the Stamper Gang's hideout.
Yeah, I vote for that.
Okay, fine.
So you guys are going to try to follow them?
Sure.
So you guys run down a couple flights of stairs, get out into the overgrown courtyard that was probably once nicely manicured.
Johnny stumbles down the stairs.
Yeah, Johnny's in a bad way. You guys are staggering over to Naname's car, which, Corey, do you want to describe it again for folks who might just be tuning in?
Yeah, it's a Ford Focus. Light blue.
And you see the goons peeling out in a van. The bottom of it is just rust holes, right? And it might have been gray at one point.
Yeah.
In the distance, you see blue and red sirens heading your direction. And all of you know that is way too good of a response time for the OPD.
All right, No Name, this is on you. Keep up with those guys.
No, Nami. Into car. Seatbelts.
You guys pile in. Who's up front with Naname?
Johnny would be like laying down in the back seat. I mean,
Yeah.
he's
Yeah.
Well, that's
He's
good.
just still going to ride on the console.
He's
okay.
Johnny's Mr. Orange back there.
Well, it's good because
like-
the seatbelts in the back don't work.
Oh wow, dudes! I'm really feeling really cold. I'm feeling positively knackered.
You're going to be okay.
Say the goddamn words.
So, Corey, has Naname been involved in a lot of chases?
Yeah, he chases like rabbits out in the desert. That's what he practiced on.
Okay, so
Womp rats.
so are you trying to subtly follow these guys or aggressively? Because they're driving pretty defensively and wildly because they're freaked out.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I guess we want to follow them back to their headquarters.
Sure.
So I don't.
Do they know we're following them?
You have no idea.
So I'd say we got to kind of keep it incognito.
Well, we could call them and see if they know. Yeah. Okay. I'll secretly follow them.
Okay, roll your drive plus your dexterity.
I guess there's no way for us to assist in cases like this.
I mean, probably not, but if you have a really good idea, it could be.
Well, I mean, I don't know if I can apply this to help, but I do have sneak as a skill.
Not in this case, no.
Okay.
Someone work pedals.
Wait, is Nanami, is he 3 feet tall? Is he like,
Yeah.
just stands in the seat? No.
He's actually two dudes stacked.
Master Blaster.
So drive is what I'm going for here.
Yeah. So I rolled a 6 for them. Well,
Okay.
technically a 7, but they don't have the driving skills. So
Okay. So this is essentially an opposed roll.
It is.
Okay. I have a 1 in drive, so it gives me +1.
It does.
Okay.
Do you have any dex bonus?
No. That's a 8.
Nice.
So they peel out, get out of Uprow Street, which is, just loops around in the foundry. They're driving like like madmen, dodging in and out of traffic, just speeding up for yellow lights. Naname pulls out, uses his turn signal, and just keeping them in sight, but driving very, very safely because he's a professional.
Yes.
They start speeding up, heading up towards the interstate. You'll need to keep pace. So, driving test. And meanwhile, you see cop cars come screaming in. You hear the roar of a drone, a police drone above you as well. And you can see the light shining down on the streets. People start heading for cover. They rolled a 9 that time, which is going to go down to 8.
Okay.
Because their driving, again, is not that great.
Hitch, shoot drone. That's 8.
Nice.
So players win ties, right?
That's right. Players
Cool.
win
Nice.
ties.
Yeah, I can shoot down the drone.
The car speeds up. You slam onto the on-ramp, get up onto the... Well, it wouldn't be an interstate, but it'd be a major highway because there are no states, of course.
Cyber road.
Cyber road. Are you going to shoot at the police drone, which is following your car?
It is directly following us.
It appears to be.
Okay, yeah. So that's a range +2.
Now, this is just a small drone. It's not. It doesn't have Hellfire rockets on it or anything like that.
I rolled an 18.
Nice. So what's it look like when you shoot the drone out of the sky like you know what you're doing?
So Hitch just kind of rises slowly from the tiny skylight in the Ford Focus.
Now, Corey, was it originally a skylight or was it added, if you know what I'm saying?
No, he got the full
Full
package.
deck, yeah.
He got the SE.
Yeah, it's got Sirius radio.
He got the undercoat.
Yeah.
Nice.
So he kind of settles himself in and takes aim, just fires one shot, and they see this thing veer off the side of the on-ramp and just kind of crash into the traffic below.
You hear somebody yell, "My Prius!" So you follow these Stamper guys. They are speeding down the highway, exceeding all the speed limits, which in Boz K, I mean, speed limit is more of a suggestion. They take the off-ramp way too fast, just blast through a red light at the bottom. Thankfully, there's no oncoming traffic. Are you going to blast through as well?
Yeah.
All right.
Driving test.
Yeah.
Since this isn't an opposed roll, or isn't?
This is not.
Okay, what is my target?
This is a significant challenge
Okay.
of an 8.
Okay. That's a 4.
The Focus engine roaring as they do.
Yes.
Yes.
Hitch still hanging out of the skylight.
We're all
Hitch is-
familiar with that sound.
Climbing back in the skylight. You blast through, like you go straight between two cars stopped at the intersection from the bottom of the off-ramp, go through, everything's going, and then there's that terrifying glow of headlights coming from the side, and they clip the back, and the Ford is spinning. Everything's screeching. Everybody make a physical saving throw
Exchange insurance information.
to not take damage.
Okay, my saving throw's a 15.
As is mine.
Mine too.
Okay, you roll 1d20.
Are we trying to get under that, or?
You want to roll high on a saving throw.
Okay.
Oh, this is D20?
Yes.
Okay.
So it's got to be over 15?
Yeah, so it is 16 minus your level minus your strength or constitution, whichever has a bonus.
I rolled a 15.
Rolled a 7.
Okay.
I rolled a 20.
Well.
Wow.
Hitch does a backflip out of the skylight.
Well, the car doesn't wreck. It just spins around and manages to get lined up the right way.
Oh, okay.
This was to not be injured during this
Okay.
altercation.
Well, then we'll just say Hitch didn't notice. He was just kind of still hanging out of the skylight with his arms outstretched, like that girl in Perks of Being a Wallflower.
He has that classic scene we all love and adore, the perks of being a fucking wallflower.
But Noname smacks
We make
his...
all these fucking nerd references to all these fucking properties, and Austin busts out perks of being a wallflower.
That's not the most obscure one I've ever
No.
out.
Like,
No,
this
that's true.
this all reminds me of the famous fight scene between husband and wife in Alan Parker's Shoot the Moon.
That is pretty epic, actually. I mean, I think we all remember that one fondly. So Noname smacks his head against the driver's side window and takes a point of damage, and there's a big crack in it, too.
Window pane. Pun.
But you're still on their tail. They're turning off. They're heading into the what you think of as the meat packing district, which there's not a lot of herd animals in the city, and so it's all like vat meat, just bacterially grown. It looks sort of real.
So not the Fisherman's Wharf.
Oh,
No.
dear God. We'd never step foot in there. We'd never make it out alive.
Yeah, that's on the totally opposite side of the city. And they pull up in front of a processing plant, park the car, and hustle inside. It's closed. It's off hours. So there's just security lights, and this rather rotund security guard doesn't even look up from his papers as they go in.
So doesn't notice them or sees them here all the time?
There's no way he couldn't have noticed them.
Okay.
Is he looking at porn? Because that was like a trope in like every 80s movie. Whenever there was a security guard, they were always looking at porn. It always
Got a
had like
centerfold out.
Yeah, always had like Jugs magazine out.
And you guys, there's some dents in the focus, but you got there, and the cops are long gone, or at least way behind you.
All right, so do we sneak in?
Okay, since I am basically still kind of incapacitated and not going to be much help physically,
Sure.
I am a hacker. And I got my scrap cyber deck and my VR crown, and using a combination of both of those, I am going to attempt to hack into the security system of this processing plant and be the eyes for my boys here as they go in.
Oh, are we
Cool.
going in?
Well, maybe.
Oh, okay.
And
Well, you can at least
Even if
scope
we
it out.
don't-
Yeah.
Even if we don't, we can kind of scope out and see if we can find where the drugs are.
The drug pile.
That's cool, because, we haven't really done any cyberpunky stuff in either of these adventures so far.
Yeah.
well, get ready. I'm going all neuromancer on your ass.
So the way the virtual reality environment works is there's not really a global internet because it's all locked down by corporations, the military, and the government. So there's lots of local networks like this. Meatpacking facility has its own
Sure.
internal network that you would have to be pretty close to connect to. And ideally, you want to jack in because whenever you connect to something remotely, you're also opening yourself up. So it's much safer if you jack in. Now you can hack in remotely from 30 meters away as long as you can see essentially the network through your headset, or you could try to get inside or get around to some access panel if there is one on the exterior and link directly into whatever the building's network is.
Right.
The meatpacking plant's network.
I'm going to hack into their security system, and I just want to know, can you get me closer where I can jack in, or do I need to do it here from the back seat of the car?
Yes.
So you're going to do it from the car? I mean, you're within 30 meters if you guys
Okay.
park on the street. Okay, so you jack into the meat packing plant's virtual reality environment, and which is a phrase I never thought I would say.
Lawnmower man.
And every virtual reality environment is basically all the data looks like whatever the creators want it to. So
My avatar looks just like Jeff Fahey.
yeah, what does your virtual avatar look like?
Jeff Fahey.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
It's like Quest World. You remember that virtual reality
Yeah,
world
it
in
could
the
be
Johnny Quest show?
It could be anything like that. It could
Shitty
be
CG.
a fantasy Narnia. It could be like a beach.
I just picture a bunch of like real pixely like sausages twirling around everywhere in the
Sure.
in the-
What's that video game? Meat Boy or something like that, where you're running around different saw blades and shit?
Well, apparently, whoever maintains the butchery, this meat facility's VR,
Turns out it's just burger time.
yeah, is not a big fan of. There's no meat facsimiles as far as you can tell. Instead, it's open your eyes in VR, and you're standing outside this peppermint gate. And there's these candy cane trees on the other side, and behind you is just like this gray, washed out industrial nightmare, which is just background. You can tell.
This fucking meat plant's the Wonka factory.
Yeah. And the door, you see the door opens, and you see this little orange face. Hello. Welcome to Saul's Salty Meat Byproducts. How can I help you? Now, Todd, Johnny knows that this is just some basic watchdog program. This is not a real person registering his entry.
Johnny looks down at Saul and whips out his cyber gun and shoots him in the head.
Oh, God! So you're trying to take control of the system, I assume?
Yes.
So that's going to be a hijack. So that's a -1 to your skill check modifier. So roll your intelligence and your program. And this is a simple system. They do not have really good security because they make sausage.
Right.
And they don't really care if anybody takes over the cameras that are watching their
and
work.
it's mostly a front.
Also that. Yeah.
So I'm rolling 2d6. Is that
2d6. This is simple. But do you have program?
correct? I don't.
Okay, so you're actually at -2 then.
That's a 6.
So this little Wonkite explodes into taffy. And the peppermint doors open wide, and inside there's a gumdrop cobblestone path to this big bubblegum walled factory. You go inside, and it's all these little trolls. We make sausage. Yes, we do. We make sausage. How about you? And they just do that over and over, except they're all looking at cameras, and through the cameras you can see the feeds of like people cutting open carcasses of this vat-grown meat, like bacterial blood splattering everywhere. But one of the cameras is focused on this room, which looks like this rec room. It's shag carpeting, really comfy chairs, old video games, and what are obviously Stamper gang members in a freak out, as you would call it. And there's a big case of kilos of pillow, and you can't. There's no audio. This is just a visual feed from the factory's security system. But obviously, the two goons are there, and they're telling the other gang members, which there's 3 others, what happened, and they're all freaking out over Ramirez being dead. And of course, they're dressed like Stamper, typical cyberpunk gangers, ripped clothes, lots of big hair, dangling jewelry, face paint.
Shirts that say "We Heart Ramirez."
Yep. You can see one of them with a shirt press is just printing out the stickers.
But the pile they've already done, they're Xing out and putting R.I.P. Ramirez.
Yeah. Just crudely writing in the years. And one guy's making bumper stickers.
I was about to say window decals.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And you hear a voice, "You don't belong here." And you turn around, and there's a 6-year-old girl with her hair in pigtails, and she's got a pair of bloody pliers in one hand.
Oh, Jesus.
You don't belong here. And her eyes have this dead-eyed look. It's a demon.
What?
Security program.
On.
Security program.
Oh,
Demon,
okay.
like really high-end like security systems are demons.
Okay.
I would like to purchase some sausage, please.
She raises the pliers. You can just jack out since you know what you want to do. Since you know where that they're here. Or you can get into a fight with a demon.
I'm going to jack out.
Good call. Because if you die in VR, you die in real life. I don't actually know if that's true or not. I don't think that's true.
Okay, so I jack out and take off my VR crown and go, there's 5 of them in there, and there's 5 of them in there, and they got the drugs.
Well, is there anything... this is going to suck because Johnny's almost dead still.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got hurt in that fender bender.
So I have an idea. It's
Okay.
going to be stupid.
Well.
But so it's a meat packing plant. I'm assuming there's going to be like safety measures all throughout the factory in case of things like a fire or
Well, yeah, I mean, of
chemical
course.
treatments or something like that.
Yeah.
We have a kilo of pillow. I wonder if there's a way for us to basically just flood the factory with like pillow fumes.
Yeah.
Take out everybody inside
Yep.
and then just go in and get it.
Put it in the AC.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you could. Yeah, I mean, this is a dystopian future, right? But they have central air systems.
Right.
Yeah. If we could like aerosolize it somehow.
I mean, it can be inhaled.
Okay.
So you could just dump it in the. This is something you guys would know. Like if you dumped it in, and clubs do this. Certain drugs that can be breathed in, they'll just dump it in the AC, and everybody gets high.
Yeah. It's
Okay.
common practice at the old fish market.
Yeah. They've had a real problem with that in San Francisco. Now, you would have to get to the roof and access the roof AC and, take off a panel without electrocuting yourself. But
Okay. How about this? Theman and Hitch climb to the top, and Todd tries to hack back in and turn off the any kind of security measures to get into the AC.
okay.
So I'd say he may be able to take control of the actual system and turn it on once we get it loaded up.
Yeah.
I'm going to have to fight the demon, aren't I?
No, I think you would lose if you did that because your programming skills are not very good. So you probably want to get in and do it as quickly as possible and escape because I don't think you can beat it.
Okay, so I do that.
Okay. And I guess we start climbing.
So you guys start. It's easy enough to find the fire escape, which because this is cyberpunk, the ladder's down because disgruntled workers go to the roof all the time and smoke weed.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Because what else are they going to do?
True.
You guys start climbing up that, and Johnny jacks back in. You're outside the candy cane gate, peppermint gate. Slot opens up, and there's a little guy. Hey, how you doing? I'm back. Reconstituted. Hello.
Hello, little friend. Don't suppose you could point me in the direction of the security switch now, could you?
Yep. Just through them doors, but I can't let nobody in.
Johnny once again draws cyber gun, shoots.
Okay, roll your program.
That's a 2.
So the shots don't kill him immediately. They hit him in the neck and the chest, and he's just gurgling, network alert, network alert. And the bubblegum walls of the factory start blinking, like going from different shades of red, and you hear somewhere a siren going off, and you realize you're hearing with your meat ears that there's some siren going off somewhere outside. And you guys don't hear a siren climbing up the roof, but you do see, like, the security guard is outside the car.
Oh.
And, like, his phone is ringing. The security guard's is. And that's what Todd barely perceives in his VR state. And you guys are up on the roof, and you're seeing all this. And the security guard is banging on the rather large security guard with an ill-fitting suit and tie is banging on the window of the Focus. Hey, man. What are you doing in there? I'm getting the security alert on my phone. But meanwhile, the peppermint doors have opened. The little troll is crawling back towards, oh, God, somebody help me. There's just CPU blood streaming out as he just claws his way back.
Slowly pixelating.
He's coming for me again. I don't want to go to the dark place. Todd? I mean, you're in. The penalty was just the network is alerted now, and so it's harder to do what you want to do.
Right. So I'm just going to I'm going to search for a way to shut down the security.
Yeah.
In the place.
So
yeah.
you go into the factory again. It's all the trolls in the cubicle farm, and they're looking at different feeds. And standing on the ceiling, like 50 feet up, is the demon, and it's got the pliers, and it clicks them at you. You're not supposed to be here. And across the way, you can see a big lollipop switch that says security system.
Gee.
Well, obviously, I'm going to try to make it to the switch.
All right, roll your program.
0.
Look on Kyle's face.
A 0. Well
I'm
done.
a -2, and I rolled a 2.
So you run over. I'll say you pull the switch, and the security system goes down, and you turn over. The room is black behind you, and you just see that kid's eyes.
Oh, God.
Oh, boy.
Hi, you're in my world now.
Gosh.
I've disabled all exits. And then you're in a room with blood red walls and a bed. And it
Wow.
clicks the pliers. We're going to play a little game.
Oh, my God.
Jesus
Get him
Christ.
a rink.
And then a different voice comes in, loading kill avatar program. So let's talk about what happens in the rules. There is a kill avatar program. While it's useless against demons, the feedback it produces can kill a human target.
Jesus.
So Todd, since you have 1 hit point, you now have 0 hit points.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
Oh,
And you guys see just Todd twitching and foaming at the mouth. We can't really see. Actually, the security guard sees that. You guys can't see that. But like your phone's just clicked up. You were monitoring the building security system. Security down. So now you can access the air conditioner. Hopefully it doesn't take you too long because you don't know Todd is dying in the back of a car.
Okay.
Hitch pulls out his smartphone and speaks into it and says, Johnny, I think you did it. The system's down.
There's no response.
Probably dead.
And we will end there today.
Oh, okay.
And we'll see if you guys can recover the rest of the drugs for the Zlokin Syndicate next week
Okay.
All right.
on Days of Our Lives, Cyberpunk Edition.
Yes.
That actually sounds really cool.
Well, I mean, the demon, that's Marlena.
Yeah. So yeah, we hope you enjoyed this session of
Yeah.
Cities Without Number.
It was fun. Last week we didn't really get a chance to like roll hardly. Like
Yeah.
there wasn't a ton of gameplay other than just character stuff. So it was fun to actually get into the system this time.
Yeah.
We got a lot accomplished this time around.
Not really. we just did some drugs and
I'm in a cyber hellscape
Yeah.
with a 6-year-old with a pair of pliers.
yeah, beat
Well, I
up.
will say we had a lot of scenes this time around.
Well,
Yeah.
we beat up a homeless guy. What else?
So a pretty typical Bastard Quest game session.
Yeah.
Johnny's just praying that Bo and Hope come and rescue him.
Well,
So thank you to all our Patreon members.
yeah. This week we had Dan Saul.
Yeah, Saul Salty Meat Byproducts.
Yep. And Colby Ramirez, R.I.P.
Yeah, and there are other Patreon people in the background. For the Shark Evans, who hired you, but he wasn't in this session. So
Right.
there will be more next session probably.
But we appreciate each and every one of our patrons.
Yes,
and,
thank you very much.
Makes doing this a whole lot more fun.
Yes, it does. And thank you to our sponsor,
Barrel and Bond.
Saul Salty Meat Byproducts. Right, Barrel and Bond.
Barrel and Bond. There is no truth to the rumor that they pump drugs into the air vents in the restroom.
It's true.
Yeah, they ran out of drugs.
Barrel and Bond, right at the foot of Broadway in beautiful downtown Paducah.
Right by the river. Sticks.
And thank you for listening, dear listener.
Yes, thank you very much. We'll be back next week.
Follow us on the social medias.
Yes, please.
Leave us a like, leave us a review.
Yeah, reviews are wonderful, and we appreciate every one of them.
Send us gifts.
Yep, money. Thank you. I'm Kyle.
I'm Todd.
Corey.
I'm Austin.